Hello everyone and welcome back to today's episode. Today is the second episode in the Silverton Series. The plan is July 4th is coming up, and we certainly don't want to be looking for a spot around July 4th. We'll stay here until after the 4th. So that means we're here for about a week, which I think I can make that work. This is the first time that we have boondocked for a week solid, so we have a few things to manage. Water management is going to be the topic of conversation this week. Showering may be the hardest thing. I hear that there is water at the visitor center in Silverton, so we shouldn't have any problem with that. So Cindy has gotten the routine down pretty well for washing dishes when we are not on a utility site. And of course we're not here. So the dishwashing is usually a combination of using disposable dishes when we can, or washing dishes outside in a bucket like we did today. Space in our gray tank is really precious. Doing the dishes this way can allow us to use that space in those tanks for things like a shower, which are a little more important to us than cleaning dishes. The number of trails in the San Juan Mountains have got to be more than you could do in any given summer. This afternoon, since it was our first day, we decided to take it easy and do a trail that was real close to camp. We left camp and we're on our way to try out, what are we trying out?
Clear Lake.
Clear Lake, the Clear Lake off-road trail. And on our way, we're passing lots of beaver dams. We have one right here in front of us. They happen every 50 feet there. We were seeing one. And we may see one here in a second. Well, unless I'm wanting to show you one, then we won't see another one. So the trailhead should be up here within a mile or so. So we didn't find another beaver dam, but around every turn is something, well, we're in dust right now from that car, but around every turn is something gorgeous. Our truck is a stock F-150 four-wheel drive, nothing special. It does the job for these off-road trails, but I figure we can only do maybe 20% of what's available to us just because we don't have the ground clearance and shorter wheelbase and various other things that would be helpful for some of the more difficult trails. 4 or 5 point turns. Alright, how do I take this one? But if my right wheel goes down in the low section, I think that's what we're going to have to do though. Primary interest for doing these off-road trails is really not to see if we can do the toughest off-roading challenge there is. We're just interested in getting out into the backcountry at a slower pace, seeing things we wouldn't see from the highway. All right, I think we're most of the way up. We're up at 11,118 feet and climbing. And we are told by people coming down the trail that
excuse me, pardon me.
That'll give you a pucker. That we're not going to quite be able to get to the lake, but there is a waterfall up here that we're hoping to see, and some remnants of an old mine.
Oh, the road goes up that way. That's just a little side road.
Yeah, well, we said to go that way. All right. Taking these trails allows us to get up close and personal with things, let's face it, without having to do all the walking that hiking requires. We do enjoy hiking, and it's a whole different experience. However, on a day like today, I wouldn't have gotten up to this waterfall by hiking. Boys are looking at a marmot.
Right up there, it's moving. And he stopped moving.
Yeah, I don't know.
He started moving.
I don't know if you guys can see it.
Yeah, he's moving only when we're not looking at him.
So don't look. He doesn't know the camera's looking. See if we get him. No, I don't know. Wow, this place is amazing.
Are those really trees? Here he comes.
I have a good friend that's been in love with this area for the longest, and he always refers to it as God's country. And on our second visit here, I'm starting to believe he is correct. Trying.
Look the way he runs with his tail. Here he comes. Don't look, guys. Don't look at him. Turn around. Yes. He's coming up.
There he goes.
I think he's trying to get to the other side.
Now you'll hear in a second that the guy that stopped by to visit with us for a second, he warned us as this marmot got close to our vehicle that they've been known to eat at rubber parts on cars, and they are for some reason attracted to rubber like tires and hoses and things like that.
What's he doing? What are you doing?
Is he gonna climb the truck?
You can't. Don't go in there.
They like to eat stuff under the cars.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Shoo!
Charles. I guess he is.
They like to gnaw on rubber parts, which includes brake lines.
Oh, interesting.
Be careful leaving your car.
We did not know that.
Wow.
You got something for him? Oh, a finger.
Don't come up to me, I'll yell.
Me neither. I'll throw a rock.
Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. Come on. Come on. I've been real patient before and had one come up where I could pet him.
Oh my goodness.
But you have to remember they got teeth like beavers.
Right. A finger.
Don't come up to me, I'll yell.
Me neither. I'll throw a rock.
Now this happens to me all the time. Just when I feel like I'm being manly, this comes around the corner. This little economy, you can't see it until this Jeep moves, but always deflates my sense of adventure, you know. We get snow a little bit back home, but every summer so far when we've traveled, we found snow at some point, and today was no different.
Is it slippery? Be oh!
There we go. That's what brothers are good for.
That's right.
I think that's the whole thing right there.
Yeah, it does, huh? It's a big one.
Oh, gosh. Oh, you're kicking me.
Watch your door doesn't open, E. Motorcycle.
now you get to see what I get to do.
There are many times when Cindy gets out of the truck for one reason or another, and I wonder what she's doing. I start to get impatient. It seems like it's taking longer than it should take, and that's what happened today.
I get to look around at this beauty. A little river running through. Hearing the water. All by myself. Don't ever get to be.
So we made it down off of Clear Lake. Boy, that was a beautiful time. Owen, where are you coming from?
A rock.
Coming from a rock. So we're looking at a beaver home behind me, and it's a very long dam all across the backside of this pond. And there's Ethan. Hey, what's up? Dab for us, Ethan. You can. There we go. That's the Ethan dab. I'm thinking somebody's going to get wet. I'm going to keep this camera rolling. As the sun was going down, we returned back to camp, enjoyed a quiet evening sitting next to the river, and got some rest for what was coming next. So join us next time as we introduce you to the wonderful cast of characters that we met here in Silverton, and one of them takes us on an adventure that we'll never forget.